everybody. Vic McCarty here from My News 26. We are in Traverse City, and we are at it where it all happens, the DDA. Rob Bacigalupi is with us, and, your official title is what? The president of Traverse City?
Not quite, no.
Okay.
Executive director of just the DDA.
Okay, now, for those of you, the Downtown Development Authority, and most municipalities have DDAs, what exactly do you do?
Well, we worry about downtown. We do kind of three things. We help build infrastructure downtown. We run the parking system, which is a little unusual for in comparison with other DDAs, though there are some that do. And we also provide support to the Merchant Association. So those are kind of the three main things that we do. But mainly we're worried about downtown, making sure that economic growth continues.
Talked to Carlin Smith from Petoskey recently, and they're going to be doing a State of the Community luncheon. You could do sort of a State of the Downtown. And I say that both in a funny way and also a serious way, a State of the Downtown luncheon.
We actually give a little bit of a State of the Downtown at our annual dinner, which is in June, early June. So, but yeah, it's always good to report out and talk about all the great things that we've done and that are happening in downtown.
I come to you from this perspective of moving here in '96, and so I've seen a lot of things change and grow in the area. Where are we with the downtown? It has really just, over the years gone bonkers. What's the future look like?
Well, obviously, yes, downtown has grown a great deal. We're kind of in a mode of growing pains in a way, dealing with a lot of development pressure and kind of working through issues and the impact with the neighborhoods. However, downtowns, like anything, never just kind of stay the same. They're always evolving. They're either going up or down, and we're just hoping that we keep going up. Not in terms of building heights necessarily, but in terms of economic activity. That's what's most important. So, one of the things that we're dealing with this year in 2017, we're trying to focus on workforce housing because that's become a real issue, not just downtown, really all over the region, but it certainly is felt downtown. So that's one of our main focuses this year.
Yeah, and that is clearly probably the number one issue. Would you say that finding a place for folks who work in this town, the service industry, and being able to have affordable housing so they can, have a life?
Yeah, the housing issue is multifaceted. There are really a lot of solutions out there that will help, but we are targeting just the workforce housing issue, and particularly those who work downtown. So we've been working on trying to get more housing downtown, largely working with developers, but also with some of the state programs that are out there that can benefit building owners, for example. But we really need to have a lot more housing downtown.
And you brought up the fact, or sort of alluded to the two-edged sword that we deal with. We want to be popular. We want people to come here. We spent money on the Pure Michigan campaign. We want people to come up here, but then growth becomes an issue. And recently there was an article out talking about how many liquor licenses there are in the DDA. How do you strike that balance?
Yeah, so we have about 60. We have about 60 eating establishments downtown, and I believe we have somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 that serve alcohol. So for a city of 15,000, we have a lot of drinking establishments, and that makes sense because we are a tourist town. So we have a program that offers a kind of a discounted liquor license to help afford those restaurateurs an opportunity to open more of them. And there's been some concern expressed by the existing restaurants, really just about how many is too many.
Yeah.
So we just want to have that discussion about, are our rules too loose? Do we need to tighten them up a little bit? So we're going to be talking about that this winter.
Rob Bacigalupi, Executive Director of the DDA in Traverse City. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vic.
In Traverse City at the DDA, I'm Vic McCarty from My News 26.